Right, we're back. I just had to quickly watch the end of episode 7 to figure out where were we in that and what the hell were we doing. But that's right. Okay, so welcome back. Just me and Tracy hanging out in the garage with Bailey, our deaf dog, whilst we repair and restore an old RD500. The engine is the part we're onto at the moment, stripping and rebuilding it. Where we got into the last episode, which admittedly was a little bit lengthy, and I do apologise for that, but the reason I wanted to have so much detail in there is because I've done lots of 350 LCs. I haven't done many, not many. This is the first RD500 I've done. So I wanted to get all the little bits in detail, and then I can watch it again and again and again, memorize it, and then I can go forth and attack the one that's directly behind Tracy. That's the second one. I may need to go a little bit further into detail on that one. This engine's looking pretty good at the moment. I do need to do a little bit of honing, which I may do today. However, right, what I'll do is 2 knackered bolts. Yep, totally self-inflicted. I'll cut to yesterday morning when we drive down to Adams, and then the first scene you're going to see is where Tracy walks in. I kid you not, at that point, I'd been on this thing for 5 hours. Anyway, cue that.
How's your day going?
Honestly. Poppy's got some Christmas presents. That's probably cost about $870. But it's okay, because I needed a new upgraded welder. I needed some upgraded drill bit. But I figured a way that we can pay for them. We've got the new merchandise. We've got the Do-It-Yourself Dave, and we've got the Do-It-Yourself Dave Mark II. So whatever your name is, you can just ask for your new name. How much are they? $870 a shirt. Okay, so one bolt is out, the other bolt is coming out, it's rotating, and yeah, I'm a lot happier now, so there you go.
There you go.
That's a wrap for this bit.
I'm glad Adam was doing it with you, not me.
Oh yeah, no, that was, there was some chosen words.
Tensions.
Might have created a few new ones as well, but yeah, I don't know. How's your day going with the grandgirls?
We've had a great time.
Have you?
Yeah, they're both asleep.
There you go.
How's our nana doing?
There we go. All right, okay, I'll get back to you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. And as you can see, I was somewhat elated, happy, satisfied. To be honest, I think it actually sums up what I really enjoy about restoring bikes. It's not necessarily for me all about the end product, which I do enjoy. I do like riding these things and looking at them and whatnot as well. But it's for me, it's the journey. You know, some people like going on trekking holidays, go up the Himalayas or whatever, and they take a photograph, a selfie at the top of the mountain. Lovely. But with a bike restoration, all of those little steps, they're important. And fighting to get a couple of bolts out has actually made this bike a little bit more interesting for me. I feel a little bit more bonded with it. All right. One thing I've always really enjoyed as well is doing this stuff with Tracy, and when the boys came along, particularly with Adam, he really got into it. And the bug, once it gets under your skin, I think, you know, there's a lot of you guys and girls out there at the moment that are watching this who probably grew up where everybody did these things themselves. And if you personally weren't doing it, you were probably hanging out with your mate in the garage as a teenager, watching them do it or getting involved with it. And that's exactly what's happened with our eldest in particular. He's also got an RD500. He's also restoring. And yeah, he's, in some respects, he's better at doing this than I am, which is good credit to him. Or the fact that maybe I'm not that good at doing it myself. Probably that one. I'm a little bit more ham-fisted. He's a little bit more technical savvy. You'll see a bit more of him next week. Next week, by the time I've got all this into pieces, yeah. Here's the bolts, right? The buggered bolts. And as you can see here, we got down to Bailey, right? We got down to the washer in all of the drilling and chiseling and whatnot. So we didn't go past the washer. We didn't damage the case, which is great. This one didn't even get down that far. We managed to get this one turning, but totally self-inflicted. Oh my God. But the point is, it's all part of the enjoyment of doing it. Yes, Bailey, it's all part of the enjoyment. Yes. Go and play with that. And I'll play with this. Right, probably waffled on way too long. Let's get into the action. We'll continue stripping this engine. If there's anything interesting, we'll cut it and show you on the video. Hopefully enjoying it all so far. I'm certainly enjoying it. Bailey's certainly enjoying it. Aren't you, girl? Go and get it. Right. And yeah, see you in a bit. So I'd actually pop these in again, you know, just to make it easier, get those other two out. Right. There we go. 20. All right, I'll just leave these two chewed up Allen head studs for now. Just keep them handy because next Friday we'll pop over to the shops and get some replacements, make sure they're identical. Unfortunately, they're the only style of bolts that would go in there. Okay, back onto splitting this then. Taking those bolts out. What else we got? They're all out. No. Okay, all right, good. All right, so all the bolts are out. And all I'm going to do is to protect the case, I'm just going to use the rubber handle of this hammer. Now there's a couple of places on here that you can go for quite comfortably. All I want to do is crack it open, a little bit like an egg. That doesn't sound very good, does it? No. Okay, I just want to tease it open or whatever. Anyway, I don't want to use the metal of the handle on the magnesium case. All right. Yeah, have a look. She's opening up.
Cool.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to work my way all around gradually. As Rich said the other day, it's just showing a little bit of care and consideration for a 40-year-old motorcycle engine. Ooh. Bit of cloth. In there. Okay, here she comes. All right, I'm not entirely sure if the balancer shaft is meant to come out stuck into this part of the casing, but it has, as has that seal, that end plate. Oh, okay. Do you want a little look at that?
I will.
Remember the last week we were playing around with the positions of the two crankshafts, and I said, oh, this one in the middle, this is the balancer shaft. You see, you got like a pair of weights. Mm-hmm. It's to minimise the vibration from the two crankshafts doing their thing. Smooths out the engine. There is a modification you can do with this, and there'll be lots of guys looking at the screen right now probably talking about it, but I don't think we'll be doing that balancer shaft modification on this. We'll just keep it totally standard on this one. Maybe on the other one we'll do something interesting. I'm not too sure. Okay. Right, so yeah, just laying out a plastic lid there. Just going to take let's put this engine in the orientation that it would be going down the road in. So this would be the rearmost crankshaft. This is the leadingmost crankshaft. We've got, let's use something to point with. I've got an oil seal here, which could look a little bit better, I guess. Oil seal here. Then you've got a, I'll point to this one first. You've got this blanking, this rubber blanking plate there. The other rubber blanking plate there came out with the upper case. Okay. And then you've got another oil seal here. All of these oil seals we've got in this replacement kit from Yambits in UK. Anyway, I'll lift these out of the way. Okay. Apart from being a little dirty and a little bit oily, these are in great shape. Bearings and everything like that. We'll do the proper testing with it next week when Adam's here. But yeah, doesn't need new crankshafts. That would be a complete waste. So this little It's not a clip, it's a... Okay, that goes there. And that belongs with the balance shaft, which I'll pop out there. I think that's just sealant. There goes there. Good. So this could get washed clean, sort of blasted and painted maybe today. That's all right. This one. No. That clip's still on that one. That's good. You can measure all of these. I'll say we'll do that with Adam next week.
Yep.
So just recovered these two little rubber blanks from here. So they'll go down in there as well. And as far as these little semicircular pieces of metal, one for the balance shaft there, the other one is complete and on it. This one half is there. This one half is there. Full set. Looks all good. Okay, that's just notes for ourselves. Don't worry about that. Okay, I'm just going to take all the remaining parts of the kickstart, which starts with a nut, a flat washer, then this part. Leave them together for a second. And now you've got this spring assembly here. I'm just going to use, this tool is actually designed for the springs on expansion chambers, but I just thought it'd be handy for taking this off, ideally without damaging myself. So there we go, that's the spring for the Kickstarter. Okay, once you got the spring off, you can lift the whole assembly up. There's a small washer at the base that needs to stay with this, and then all I'm going to do is temporarily just pop these bits, keep them together in the order that they come off, and sit that with its washer just there like that. Give Adam his clutch hold and tool back. We've just removed the kick idle gear, and we're now going to remove the oil pump gear. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So those two down. And there's a washer behind that one as well. Okay, so that goes like that. All right, next, oil pump gear transmission oil. So that was the engine oil, and yeah. Okay, right hand side removal sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the kick gear, this is the kick idle gear, this is the engine two-stroke oil pump gear, and this is the transmission gear. How's that? Only took me 3 times to get that out.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so a little bit of close-up action here. This is the two-stroke oil pump gear, which was held on by a very straightforward circlip, no problem. When you've taken that off from this side, you'll also have access to this little pin here, which you take out, and then that'll allow this shaft to come out from this side. And if you recall in last week's video, look around here. Okay, there was the oil pump was mounted here, the two-stroke oil pump that had the 4 pipes that went round to the inlet manifolds. And I was explaining about the male drive that was doing it. Now, you can either take that circlip off and go that way, or as we've just done here, you've taken off the two-stroke oil drive from this side, and it's come out this way. Now I'm just going to pop them together and put them safekeeping over there. Okay, so we've got the 2-stroke oil shaft and pins and bits and pieces there, and the little horizontal pin that is in there is actually in there, and I've refitted the circlip, so that's all together. Now I can't get the shaft out at the minute for the transmission drive for the oil pump, but the pin is there, the wash is there, and outside you've got this. This is a slightly different looking circlip. It works exactly the same, but it's got no eyelets. Weird, haven't seen one of those before. Normal flat washer, so that's on the outside, and then you'd have goodness gracious. Okay, so just pop that in there for safekeeping, along with the washer that would sit there. Okay, enough of that. Okay, right, gear change shaft coming out. Put that over there. There's something in the manual, in one of the videos, and it talks about the position of this. So have a quick look. And I think if you notice there's a cutaway here, I think it's to do with making sure that that's all lined up before you take it off. I'll confirm that by checking in the video. Anyway, ready?
Go.
Go. Okay, so this is the shift cam stopper lever here, and there's a spring with it, and that's a 10mm nut. So I'm just going to extract that. Cool. This will be a bit tricky to get your camera view in, but the shift cam stopper lever, because of the spring, when you're undoing this bolt, it wants to trip all over the place. But don't be scared. You can get your thumb in there and just hold the plate flat to stop it from springing out of the way. If I release this all now, this is all going to go doing. There she goes. So that's how you get the tension off without it snatching at your fingers. Okay, and then that spring, you can see the tail end. Tail end fits into that little groove down there. Hook piece holds the stopper tight up against the shift cam. There we go.
Ready.
Okay, so we're back on the left hand side of the engine. We're now going to take the oil pump cover off again. We've had it off previously, but we didn't go as far as actually stripping it out. Remember, we were looking at the strainer. There's the strainer. Oh, I couldn't remember where that third bolt was, but anyway, waffling. Just taking your memory back to where we were. All right, what's next? Right. So just taking the Phillips head screws for the transmission and using the impact driver. There we go. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so short one from the bottom, longer one from the left-hand side. What are we guessing? Is this a long one or a short one?
I'm not sure.
Long one. Feels like, yes, you can get the whole pump out. These are the 2 mounting bolts. And I can probably take the pump apart and recover the O-ring, but maybe that's the O-ring they're talking about. See in there?
Mm-hmm.
As in, can you see that O-ring?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's that. Okay. See the end of the screwdriver? All right, cool. So I'm just fishing out this little O-ring from there. I'd like to think we've got a new one in this kit, but just in case, I'm going to sit it there. And this is my notes. Saves me having to write everything down. Okay, that's it. Having taken out the transmission oil pump as a whole unit and the O-ring, we're now going to remove the idle gear, the shaft, and this pin. You got it?
Yep.
Okay, so you can see from where we took, there was a similar pin that was on the other side. So that's all gone. All right, we're now going to take this cover off to get access to all the gears. And we've got 4mm Allen key bolts. And again, it's already started where the Allen key itself is it's not doing the job. So popped out and got decent high quality. This is from Ultimate. And if needs be, quick shout out to, I think Sean was the chap's name. Put it into the comments that if this doesn't work, then you can always add a little bit of valve grinding paste in with the tip, and that should help bite in a little bit better. But I'll give this a go to begin with and see how we get on. All right. You don't want to hold this for me, do you?
I guess you'll be editing that.
Okay. Well, they all came out nice and easy, so no problem. Let's see what we got when we get this open. Get back to you in a sec.
Okay.
Was that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are some that are different lengths. I think these longer ones go here. Hang on. Soon till I want to pop them in. Okay. Too long on the lower right, too shorter on the lower left. Upper right, we've got a little bracket there. So it's going to come out with that. Shorter. So what I'll do is have a quick recap in a sec about which ones are which. There are two types. Yeah. Come here. There's only two different size Allen key bolts. The longer ones, and there are only two of those, they go there and there. All good?
Go where?
They don't know piss. All right. They go there and there. Happy?
Right.
Yeah, right, yeah.
When you forget to buy what's on your shopping list, improvise.
Yes. Just check if anything is happening. Oh, it is. It's all coming apart, which is great to see. Okay. Oh, that's gone now. Let's have a little look.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Ta-da!
Ta-da. Yeah, well, yeah, not quite ta-da, but almost. I'll just move it around a little bit so you can see what's going on here. Right, so this is all coming out like that. There, okay. So you've got shift forks, both sets of gears.
You're running out of space.
Yeah. Just want to keep note of where everything is would be good. Okay, so that's there like that. Right, what we're left with now.
That's where all the white crap kept coming from.
Where? Out the inside of that?
Mm.
It's weird, isn't it? I wonder what that was all about. But yeah, we've had to clean that out. Okay, so we've got main bearings in the case. Remember I was telling you that story about the Suzuki AP50 and changing main bearings because the gears had seized?
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing we're talking about, where a bearing is, this is a, oh, what's it called now? God, talk about
Thingy bob.
Hey?
Thingy bob.
No. You'd have to heat this case to get that out, that bearing out, okay? And you got another
You are
one.
not putting that in my oven.
No, I don't need to because it's good. It's in good order. Perfectly good shape. So is that one. It's all good.
Awesome.
Right, okay, so what I want to do with this stuff now, once I'm happy I've got no little tiny pieces of whatever all over the place, is clean it, blast it, paint it. But yeah, you're right, there's a load of this. Oh, what is this? I don't know. But yeah, hopefully, just a case of cleaning stuff now.
Awesome.
Cool. Okay, so this is for the primary drive sprocket that that goes with the chain, and you've got that tab washer, and you've got this nut. I'm pretty sure that it goes this way around, but I'll have to check. I'm just making a quick note of it for myself now. The reason I'm pretty sure it goes that way around is because there's already a chisel mark in it on the outside, so it's unlikely it's the other way around. Okay, so I'll just put it on there for now. Okay.
You know, you can wash the dishes if you need stuff to wash.
No, I've got a wife for that. I'm all good. A wife, by the way, who's not... Oh. Okay, I was going to say, yeah, a wife who's not very well today, by the way. We just spent a couple of hours at the emergency doctors. So today may be a short video, because unfortunately this operation does not work well without tea. Okay, so.
Go.
Okay, I'm just getting in there. My issue with...
Dave's just debating whether to paint it or not.
Yeah, well, my issue with using a sandblaster is the bearings that are in the case in there. Mm-hmm. You could probably get all the crap, all the blast meter out of everywhere else, but your risk is that you might not get it out of these.
Yeah, you don't want to mess about with them.
No. And look, yes, being painted would look cosmetically very nice, but we also... Well, not also. We prioritise the mechanical performance first over the cosmetics.
Cool.
Okay. You what?
Oh, loud.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, can do, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so we're just cleaning up the ceiling face with a little bit of 1500 and WD-40. Sorry. So this is literally going to take hours upon hours, cleaning every gasket surface and prepping everything in the case ready for rebuilding. So yeah, won't bore you with that. A quick look. We've got the back tire back on.
No, nothing that comes to mind.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So what are we going to do next? I'll continue this. This is going to take quite a few hours to get ready. And next weekend, all being well, Adam will be here. We'll do some measurements and then we'll start resealing and putting it back together again. I might take the cylinder barrels and cylinder heads, blast them and put them into 2-pack black. Side cases, yes, very likely, as long as there's nothing in there that I'm going to disturb and make a mess of. The upper and lowers, look, I might mask off very carefully and give them a light dust of something, but I won't be sandblasting them and doing them in 2-pack. Mainly because I don't want to take these two bearings out, and there's a few little areas in there where I don't want to get any blasting media and stuff in there. So that's that. It's all down to cleaning, painting, and preparation now.
Boring stuff.
Boring stuff, yeah. Okay. Left-hand engine case, just been through the blaster. After 40 years, these bikes often have a bit of a history to them. As you can see here, this has got a bit of filler in on this left-hand side case. This rubber seal here. And what we'll do is we'll take that out in a sec. Okay. All good. What a day, what a weekend. I'm very, very happy. We've achieved a lot. The engine is split, it's clean, the mating surfaces have all been set up ready to go. Most of the engine has been blasted ready for paint, Some of the engine's still over here. Won't take too long next weekend to continue the blasting of this, do the measurement, do the inspection piece, and then start painting and putting it all back together. I figure we're around about halfway through with this project right now, folks. We probably did a couple of weeks worth of work before we started shooting and putting this onto YouTube. This is not what we normally do. It's normally all handwritten notes and bits and bobs. But anyway, so here we are, episode 8 you've just seen. Episode 9, we'll finish these bits and pieces. Episode 10, refit the engine into the frame. 11, we'll be on to the pipes. 12 will be the wiring. 13 will be the first start. So in about 4 or 5 weeks, you should hear this engine running. 14 and 15, I'm allowing 2 weekends to do that fuel tank and painting. And 16 will be the clocks, 17 the fairing, and 18 will be the roadworthy and the first actual ride down the street with it. That will take us until, I reckon, about the end of February. And hopefully you're all enjoying it and we can move on to the next one. But anyway, so far, because we've only been, what, 7-8 weeks we've been doing the whole YouTube thing. Amazing support, folks. Thank you very, very much. We really genuinely appreciate it. All the likes, all of the shares, all of the subscriptions or whatever. And particularly the comments. The comments really, they sort of invigorate you and keep you going. So thanks from all of us. Any words, Trace?
No, thank you. Good night. Now I've got a cup of tea waiting.
Yes, excellent.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. All right. See you next week. Bye-bye.